This is the field that was qualified back on August 5th. The top 20 starters in this race will automatically be guaranteed for tonight's mini-stock feature. The rest of the field will be shuffled into 2 consolation races where they will have 2 chances to gain some points to bring in the final 8 spots for tonight's mini-stock feature. Hopefully that makes sense. We'll try and follow you along. But the top 20 finishers in this are automatically locked in. All the rest, plus the guys who are not in this one, will go into 2 last chance consolation races where the combined total of finishes will take the top 8 guys. Here we go out of turn 4. We're ready to go with the Archer W Automotive mini-stock feature race from August 5th, and it's on.
Green flag is out. The 37 of Rob Hoskins leading the field into turn 1 with the 54 of Chris French. A drag race off of turn number 2. The advantage to Hoskins at the middle of the back straightaway, Clint.
Hoskins with that Volkswagen machine in the lead. The Mustang trying to test the outside. Then you've got a Honda way up on the outside and Abramson in the P11.
Still the top 2 cars, Chris French and Rob Hoskins. French the advantage off of turn number 2. Contra Abramson up to the 3rd spot. And the number 29 machine of Tim Youngblood running in the 4th position, but caution on the speedway. 3 cars around in turns 1 and 2. Did not see what happened there, was watching the battle up front. Believe that is the 66
at the back of feature number 2.
Well, when you try and fit 3 nights of action into one, you're going to have to shorten some things and cut some things out, but I think drivers will ultimately get about 30 laps worth of action here tonight. So hopefully everybody comes away with a good showing here this evening. I think you're absolutely right, Clint. It is about the fairest way to do it with time constraints involved.
So they bring it back here off of turn 4. Now the green's out. You can go in here. Oh, Patrick Abramson was slow out of turn 4. He does not get going. That stalls up the inside lane. But Christopher French will lead them around into turn number 2.
French leads the field off of turn number 2. Hoskins in the 2nd position, but he's got company. The 21X of Mark Bazine up to the 3rd spot.
French the lead here with Mark Bazine. He came from deep in the field. Dusty DeVore here in the infield with the number 23, Mert Timpson on the car. He's got issues, but Hoskins trying to take the lead back. But where did Mark Bazine start? He was deep in this one.
Bazine started in the 19th position and in 3 laps has found his way to the 3rd spot. Now right behind Chris French and Rob Hoskins. Thought about going through the middle there off of turn number 4, but holds to the 3rd position. Now goes to the outside of Hoskins down the front straight into turn 1.
Bazine working up on the outside here to the Hoskins 37H. Trying to take a shot at the lead, but Hoskins will battle back and pin him in behind French and try and grab the lead himself.
Hoskins to the bottom, Bazine in the middle, and French up top off of turn number 4. French is going to hold that lead to the stripe one more time. 4 laps now, 11 to go for Chris French in the number 54 machine. Mark Bazine up to 2nd on the top side. Now takes a look underneath French off of turn 2.
Bazine with that great handling. Burger Barn 21X in the Ace 1 construction machine. He jumps out to the lead here and will pull away to a 2-car length lead on French just like that.
Off of turn number 4, Bazine will lead the 5th lap from the 19th starting spot to the lead in 5 lap goes. Mark Bazine's number 21X as the top 4 cars have separated themselves from the rest of the field. Running in the 5th spot, the number 9 of Tim DeBoer, about 5 car lengths back.
DeBoer running back there with Erskine in the 64. Then you've got Brandon Jansen in the 66X as they work it back towards turn number 1.
88 machine of Adam Nye is the final driver in the top 4, and now Hoskins is off the pace in that number 37 machine. Looks like he's going to have to take that one to the infield. Tough break for the driver that was running in the 2nd spot.
As they work this one down the into 1 with your leader, it is Hoskins limping. He was in the mix here, but now he comes up slow on the inside of turn number 3.
Nye up to the 2nd spot as it looks like Chris French is fighting some problems on the number 54 machine. Looks like he might have a tire down, Clint.
Yeah, props for the French in the 54 as they come back down the back straightaway. He's got issues here, and he will come up slow. The high side of 3 will try and clear him off, and French will get clear, will keep going.
Bazine just took the halfway point last time by the start-finish line. He's in the middle of the back straightaway. Now caution on the speedway as Chris French has come to a stop at the top of turn number 3. Could not make it to that exit ramp, and so the yellow flag flies. There's a caution that Mark Bazine did not want to see in that 21X machine. Had opened up about a 15 car length lead over the number 88 machine of Adam on license plate BYBX908. Your windows are down. Red Nissan BYBX908. Your windows are down. And he's set to come back to green with Mark Bazine, your race leader. Adam Nye on the outside of the front row. Green flag is waving, and we come back to speed for the final 7 circuits.
Bazine gets on the loud pedal. Brandon Janssens will run in the 3rd spot with Adam Nye to his outside quarter here. Right behind them, the newcomer here to the dirt this season, a couple of feature wins, is Brandon Crumby. And the 63 car splits the middle there, and he goes after Bazine.
Crumby right through the middle to the 2nd spot, and on the back bumper, the Burger Barn 21X of Mark Bazine down the outside in turn number 1. Side-by-side battle for the lead through the first 2 corners, and side-by-side for that 3rd spot as well. John Janssens in the 66X up to the 3rd spot.
The rear-wheel drive cars seem to have an advantage here in the early going of this one, as all of the top 4 have rear-wheel propulsion. Working at the outside, Crumby comes up around the top side on the Burger Barn 21X.
My apologies, Brandon Janssens in that 66X running in the 3rd spot as Crumby has taken the lead from Bazine as they work off of turn number 2. Bazine trying to reel him back in. We'll see if his car comes to him a little bit here on this longer green flag run. There'll be 4 laps to go at the line.
Sarantakis in the 6X stuck on the bottom of turn number 2, and the yellow will come out here with 10 laps complete. They've done a great job to bring us a little piece of heaven here every Friday night. Getting set to go. They are ready to rock here. Coming back to green with 5 laps to go in the HRW Automotive Ministock feature number 1 from August 5th. Here we go. Green flag is out. It's Crumby again with the advance in the Amsoil 63.
Brandon Janssens with a run on the top side of the racetrack, trying to come after Mark Bazine for the 2nd position. They are door handle to door handle down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. Get the advantage to Janssens for the 2nd position off of turn number 4 now.
Brandon Janssens up around the outside of Mark Bazine. He will chase on after the 63 of Crumby and makes up a lot of ground. Here comes Reichman along in the 93, trying to grab 4th away from Adam Nye, and it looks like he'll do that down the back straightaway.
Reichman takes that spot away into turn number 3. Now he challenges Bazine for the 3rd spot. Meanwhile, a side-by-side battle for the race lead off of turn number 4. Crumby holds the point position with 3 laps to go.
Janssens coming at Crumby here as these guys are all near the top of the point run. In fact, I believe those are the top 2 from the point standings going at it here at the front of this one. Around 3 and 4 they go. Crumby with the lead, but Janssens wants a piece of it. Just 2 laps to go.
2 laps to go for Crumby, and Dean Janssens is right there waiting for him to slip up. Shows the nose underneath the Amsoil 63 off of turn number 2. Not enough to complete the pass or make a run into turn number 3. Does so now, right to the inside of Crumby as they work through turns 3 and 4. Reichman up to the 3rd spot. They'll come to the white flag.
Janssens is going to be there on the white flag lap. Here we go. We're going to take a big push to the bottom. Brandon Janssens drives it hard to the bottom of turn 1. Who will get the traction and drive it down the back straightaway? Both of them seesawing on the wheel. Sarantakis to the outside. Clayton, bring us home.
Crumby on the top side. Janssens on the bottom. Crumby turns it down to the bottom. Not enough room for Janssens off of turn number 4. Double checkers for Brandon Crumby. Janssens will take the 2nd spot. Chris Reichman 3rd. Adam Nye will take the 4th spot, and at the line, a couple of number 21 cars, and it is Mark Bazine that takes the 5th position over Jonathan Ayrton. A great battle right to the end for all spots inside the top 5 as Brandon Crumby holding off Brandon Janssens for the feature win. Again, we're going to hold our feature winner victory lanes until the conclusion of the 2nd feature for each of our divisions here tonight. So we'll talk to Brandon Crumby after the 2nd Ministock feature later this evening.
Of Jeremy Hughes. We've got the 76 of Jamie Gooch, the 90 of Chad Smelzer. And then it's Mike Sarantakis in the 6X. The 43C of Clinton Nichols making a rare appearance here tonight.
All right, getting set to roll. 6 cars.
And Jason Blaze. Sorry, Jason Blaze in the 65. Just getting a name there as the green flag comes out. Sorry, Clinton, back to you.
Here we go. They're on it back into turn one. It'll be Christopher French leading them to the bottom. And we'll watch if they like that start or not as they come down the back straightaway. It's French with the advantage over Mike Taylor's number 17.
French looked good in his first feature this evening and had mechanical problems and had to take that car to the pit area. Now he's out front of this first HRW Automotive Ministock B main.
Everybody's with a bit of elbows up now as they try and battle for starting positions in the feature tonight. All of them looking for a good run. This one was lined up by handicapping. The second time this group comes out, it'll be by draw to give them the fairest shot at it. And the guys with the best finishes will lock themselves in. Here they come, Crossgrove to lead underneath French.
Ryan Crossgrove, the leader now in the number 96 machine, takes that point position away from Chris French's number 54. And now all kinds of cars sideways there off of turn number 2. I believe that's the number 63 C of Bobby Tolton around on the bottom of the racetrack. Wait to see if he can refire that car.
Tolton's down on the inside, and they work it here down on the inside. Tolton is down there. Tolton down on the bottom, gets it fired back up and waits for the yellow, but he doesn't get it. And now the car is rolling, and he will drive out of this one. Crossgrove with the advantage in the 96 car.
Crossgrove the leader here as we come to the halfway mark for the number 96 machine. 4 laps down for Crossgrove's number 96. Second is the 17 of Mike Taylor, battling with Chris French's number 54 and the number 95 of Jeremy Hughes now coming after second.
Hughes working to the inside of the Taylor 17 car. Behind them, John Jansen's in the 66X. Another one of the guys who needs a good finish in this one to line himself up for the feature run through tonight. And he works his way to the inside of French as the last lap takes shape down the back straightaway.
Crossgrove into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Hughes in the second spot in that number 95 machine, just trying to hold off the field for that runner-up position as the checkered flag will wait for Crossgrove. He will take the victory over Jeremy Hughes, Aaron Rowitsky, the top 3 finishers. 66, John Jansen. 54, Chris French completing the top 5, and it's Mike Taylor, Mike Saratakos, Chad Smelzer, Mike Giberson, and Clinton Nichols, your top 10 finishers.
Feature.
Ready to come to the green flag, the last chance to get into tonight's main event for the HRW Automotive Ministocks. That will come up after our sprint car feature. And the winner of the Ministock feature tonight will pull the winning 50-50 ticket number. Coming to the green flag, 6 laps. This is going to get interesting.
Well, look at a guy like Rowitsky, starts dead last in this one. He was third after the first one, so he needs to make up some numbers. Here we go off through turns 1 and 2. It'll be Mike Taylor leading the field onto the back straightaway, but Jeremy Hughes pulls out now with the inside move and smells her around the outside in the 90 car.
Jeremy Hughes, a veteran in this division, hasn't run in it in a few seasons, has run in the sprint cars most recently, but here he is leading the field on lap number 1 with Chad Smelzer in the second spot. Brian Crossgrove using that outside line, started 6th, he's up to 3rd.
Down the back chute they come. It is still all Jeremy Hughes in the 95, Chad Smelzer in the 90. Smelzer finished back around 10th in the first race, so he's going to have to put some quick numbers up on the board here and get a low finish in this one. How about Bobby Tolton from the back already?
And a nice move by that 63 machine, working to the outside of Taylor now, working on that 4th spot. As now they're 3 wide behind that. Look at the run by Clinton Nichols in the 43C. He's got it all wound up on the top side, gets a good run into 3 in that Wood Brothers paint scheme. Here he comes to the outside of Tolton.
I just found out it's Andy Reichman in that car, Greg. So it's not Nichols. Reichman with the tiller of the 43, making good moves on the top side. And Jordan Hill, our new track crew, just did an amazing job to butter up the top of the speedway. It is pool table smooth.
Clinton Nichols usually in that car on Saturday nights at Merrittville. Andy Reichman, no stranger to this division either. Running now in the top 5 with 2 to go for Jeremy Hughes, Chad Smelzer, Brian Crossgrove.
Back with the other 20 that qualified after the first race tonight. So we'll watch the score right now. Jeremy Hughes, if it finishes like this, would be sitting on a 3 and would probably lead the charge as far as the low numbers go. Got my scorecard in hand, so I'm going to try and follow along as best as Rich Vleck would. Field being told to double up. 3 laps to go here still in this one. Lights out, coming to it this time, says Doug Leonard. Say that again. Green is out, we're on it again. And it is the 95 machine of Hughes jumping out to the front spot. And look at them, 3 wide behind them as they all fan out looking for racing room.
So Hughes, your leader, Smelzer second, Tolton right now running in that 3rd position, Crosgrove 4th, and then it's a dogfight right now to get into the top 5. Taylor drifts up the track. That opens up the middle for Aaron Rowinski, who will work to the outside of Sarantakis.
Sarantakis back down on the inside, will roll back into that position, number 5 on the exit of 2. Rowinski with a great run going for him so far. He started in the last spot here in this one and finished 3rd in the first one, so he is on the move.
White flag goes up in the air for the 95, and Jeremy Hughes back in the seat of the Ministock and finds his comfort spot right where he left off. The 95 of Hughes leads, but here comes the battle for second. Smelzer and Tolton go at it.
Smelzer with the advantage. Tolton comes down to the inside here off of turn 4. Not sure if he will get it done. No, he won't. Sarantakis back there in the next spot. And then Lofton Schutz, Janssens, Rowinski, and the rest of the fruit.
So that will lock the field for the HRW Automotive Ministock A Main, the second of the evening, as we get ready for the feature.
Number 54 of Chris French, and at the rear of the field at a Hamilton on chair, the number 17 is Mike Taylor. 28 cars for 15 laps. The final feature of the night for the HRW Automotive Ministock set to come to life off of turn number 4. Green flag in the hands of starter Kyle McKenzie, and we are underway.
Green flag is out. We roll the field off into turn 1, second of 2 races still to go here on Jib's Action Sports Night, and they're already 3 wide down the back straightaway for the lead, and big trouble out of turn 2. You've got the 79, the 49, the 66, and the 93. All in a big schmalza here on the inside of turn number 2.
Yeah, we got a parking lot, as Stephen Petty would say, back in the back stretch. And, oh, Chris Reichman's 93. That's a point contender right there. All wadded up. He'll pull away from the scene. Gary Hodgson involved in the 49, the 79 of Steve Miller. We'll have a look at Chris Reichman's car as he comes by this time. 17, that car sounding rough. Almost picked up the win Sunday. Well, it's maybe not too bad. Maybe
Did not get a lap
just some
completed,
body
so
damage. We'll have to see if Chris
restart.
ready to come and try this one over again. Kyle McKenzie displays the green flag. Joe DeBoer, Tim DeBoer will bring them to the start in this one. 15 laps. The HRW Automotive Ministock feature is back underway.
Green
Troubles for Joe DeBoer. Oh, he's not firing.
Somehow most of the field got through there, Greg. Tough break for Joe DeBoer.
Wow, what a scary sight. They're 5 wide behind him there as the 63 of Brandon Crumby makes some nice moves to get out of that.
Working on 3 wide up front with the lead, Patrick Abramson, Newell, and the other 9 of DeBoer working through the middle here of 1 and 2.
Abramson leads the way. Newell now into the second spot. Tim DeBoer in third as they work it down the backstretch. Olivieri now in that 4th position. He's got Bazine on his outside, and the point leader, Brandon Janssens, in that green 66X. He's in there fighting for a top 5.
He got cuffed around on the bottom, but Bazine working to the outside, trying to find a way around to the Olivieri, number 16, as they're 3 wide through 1 and 2 once again.
Keep an eye on that 21X, the Burger Barn ride of Mark Bazine. Always very fast here in this HRW Automotive Ministock division. He's up to 3rd, now working on 2nd.
Off of the 4th turn, here comes Patrick Abramson with the lead. He's looking for his first ever Ministock feature win. And now Brandon Jansen's up to the top side in turn 2. Oh, the 63 gets turned around in 1 and 2. Trevor Young gets a piece of him and rips the nose cone off the 51.
So the nose cone will lay there in the corner, and that will bring out the yellow flag. Trevor Young just caught a piece of Crumby.
Boy, I sure hope we got over 2,000 or I'm going to be in big trouble.
Comes out of your pocket, doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. Don't start that rumor. The boss is listening.
Green flag in the hand of Kyle McKenzie with 12 laps left to go. Patrick Abramson will lead them to the green flag and down into corner number 1.
Bazine on the inside lane, Newell up on the top. Olivieri's been looking fast here in that 16 car, but here comes Brandon Jansen's trying to slot underneath him in the 66X.
Jansen's right there behind the Newell machine. Now looks to the outside. They'll go 3 wide through 3 and 4. And meanwhile, Mark Bazine gets a run on Abramson there, wheel to wheel down across the stripe.
Bazine trying to grab a line to the bottom here, but Abramson holds tough on the top, but this may be the line Bazine needs as they come down the back chute. Here comes Newell in the number 2 car working into the position number 3.
The 2 men normally to beat on a Friday night, that 21X, he's to the top spot, and the 66X of Brandon Jansen's. They're up there racing with Patrick Abramson, who's got a good run going. Newell right now in the 3rd spot. They're side by side for the runner-up position.
Then behind them, you've got Olivieri, the DeBoer, number 9, and the other 60 car, the Schroeder machine. And look at Jeremy Hughes now getting into that 3-car battle.
Yeah, good to see Jeremy back here in the Ministock, since he's making it 3 wide there for the moment as they work off a corner 4. All kinds of racing from that 5th spot on back. They're 4 wide for 5th right now.
Hughes trying to grab the spot away. Olivier will slide a bit. 4 wide out of turn 2 as they run for 4th through 7th. What a drive here into 3 they go.
Off of the 4th corner. Mark Bazine will lead the lap. Matt Newell in 2nd. Brandon Jansen's in 3rd. 4th right now, Patrick Abramson. And clearing his way into the top 5 is Jeremy Hughes in the 95.
Hughes has come from the consies here tonight to battle into a top 5 position. Crumby on the move in the 63 car, battling back after an early tussle in this one. He finds himself near the top 5 as well.
Cross flags go up in the air. 8 laps on the board, 7 to go in this final HRW Automotive Ministock race of the night. As we still got a pile of action going on. The guy to watch, that 63 of Brandon Crumby. He was involved in that last yellow. Now he's up there in the 6th position.
Another yellow could certainly help him out. How about Reichman on the move in the 93? He's up the back door of those cars near the top 10 or 15. Trying to work his way in the modified looking machine. All the body work gone on the front of the 93.
Here comes Crumby now trying to knock on the door of the top 5. He's right behind Jeremy Hughes. Going into corner number 3. Crumby on the outside in the 63. The 95 of Hughes right now holding down 5th. Here comes Crumby with a run off of corner 4.
Crumby to the outside of Jeremy Hughes, 95. Matt Newell on the inside here with Jansen's to the outside of the battle for 2nd.
Man, oh man, does Brandon Crumby ever want to see a caution flag? He's the quickest car right now on the track. Mark Bazine leads the way, though, now with just 4 laps to go.
The problem for Crumby is he's running out of time, and they got a whole bunch of ground to make up here on the speedway surface as they come back to the back straightaway. It's still the Burger Barn 21X of Mark Bazine with the advantage.
Point leader Brandon Jansen's having another good night, riding right there in that 2nd position. Matt Newell with a great run here tonight, sitting in that 3rd spot. Patrick Abramson 4th, and it's Brandon Crumby running in the top 5.
Crumby running so well here in the 63 machine with the advantage here for the 5th spot and a good lead over Jeremy Hughes.
Mark Bazine will work it off at corner 4. This time by, it's 2 to go. This is Kyle McKenzie. 2 more trips around for the Burger Barn 21X. Brandon Jansen's in 2nd. The battle for 3rd heating up. Newell and Abramson go side by side. Now Crumby will get in on it.
Crumby right there in the mix, but it's the 21X of Mark Bazine works his way into the Christopher French 54 that slows in turn number 3. And here we go, white flag in the air for the 21X of Mark Bazine.
Oh, Brandon Jansen's had to slow up in behind the 54 of French. That allows Newell, Abramson, and Crumby all to catch up to the 2nd place car.
Crumby's got a shot at 3rd here as Bazine works his way underneath the 60 of Schroeder. He should be able to wheel this one back without issue. 2nd is going to go to Brandon Jansen's in the 66X. Can Crumby get up into it? We'll have to see.
Off across the stripe, the winner is Mark Bazine, and at the line, second place goes to Brandon Jansen. Third will be Patrick Abramson. Good run for him here tonight. And we will go down trackside. $2,420 tonight's winning amount. Mark Bazine's out of the car. Let's hear it for tonight's winner, Mark Bazine. Well, Mark, good battle up at the front, and looked like a really tacky fast track here tonight.
Yeah, I got to give props to this track crew. I don't know what's changed in the last week or so, but it's probably one of the best tracks I've seen here in the last 2 years.
Who would you like to thank for the win here tonight?
I got to thank Burger Barn Racing, Ace One's Construction, shout out to Gale's Auto Aftermarket, they helped me out with her ad again. Jason Hill, everyone involved, my brother, Norm. Shout out to my wife, too.
All right, we're going to make somebody rich here.
The defending champ coming into this night, and you were still near the top of the points starting tonight off. Solid run for you. Talk about your drive quickly for us.
I contemplated throwing my top line setup, but then I watched the Thunder cars a little bit, and I realized there wasn't anything there. Not sure where Brandon finished, but I know after the first feature he would have been the points leader, so it's going to be tight. He's going to make me work for it.
He was in the back a bit, ever finished around 5th, so good job for you. Brandon Jansen, ladies and gentlemen, he comes in. Patrick Aberson. Patrick, you're running pretty good tonight. You got to be pretty pleased with the podium finish here this evening.
Definitely happy with how the car ran and where I finished. I got to thank Rob Twitchett, Jonathan Ayrton, and all the guys that helped me get out me here.
Congratulations, top 3 for Brandon Jansen's and Patrick Aberson. How about a hand for our winner of feature number 1 here tonight, Brandon Crumby. How many's that on the air for you here, buddy?
That's 3 now.
So 3, when did you decide to come dirt racing? I mean, you were a pavement guy up until when, like March or April?
As soon as I got a hold of the car, that was pretty well it.
Great job here and great conversion over the pavement. Over the dirt? Who do you want to thank for a great drive here tonight, Brandon?
I got to thank my dad, all the crew, California Daves, Amsoil Racing. I mean, without all these guys, this wouldn't happen.
How about, ladies and gentlemen, for both your feature winners tonight, Mark Bazine in feature number 2 and feature 1 to Brandon Crumby. We've got the Strickland 602 crate feature number 2. If you remember all the way back to the start of the program, Holly Porter won feature race number 1. The crew and drivers are ready to bring the rest of them out here. We've got about 10 more minutes of entertainment. You don't want to fight the traffic. You might as well take your seat and hang out with us. If you are heading out, security is asking you. They're going to do their best to get